So here we are again after a while. It's been a long time without composing in live. So I okay, this is just a piece I started this morning. It's an action cue, orchestral action cue. Of course, it has influences by Star Wars and many other similar ones. So I just wanted to show it to you and mainly finishing it. I didn't want it to be pretty long because also this kind of music is like too I would say it's like too demanding in terms of it's quite I was going to say difficult, but probably not that much difficult. Maybe the orchestration a bit, but it's just time consuming so much. At least to me, it's like lots of details here, there, and it's not easy just to get it done well, fast. You need to spend lots of lots of time on details. Please, if there is someone watching, let me know if you are listening correctly, because I have this fan there and I'm not sure if it's going to be annoying to the sound. So just let me know, because I can turn it off, okay, in case it's annoying. So this is the composition. I'm going to show you what I have so far. As you see, the tempo is 160. It doesn't change, and the only thing that I changed it so far is just the bar, I don't know how to say, the measure, and change it just for one bar. So, and this is just because I didn't want the rest I have here to be so long. So here you have the composition. Let's go with this. Where we are. And this is just the piano sketch. And I am at this point, okay, so I just need to make this last part much more complex like the previous ones. And then I need to figure out how to finish the track, because I would like it to be around 1 minute. So let's see. Okay, so first thing I feel I need here is the timpani that I used all the time constantly before in all these rhythmic patterns. So let's go with the timpani. There are some things that are creating some distortion there, but that's not something I'm worried about because I can solve that later in the mix without any problems. So I'm more focused now on the composition. So let's go and see the timpani. Okay, so it's like, let me, okay, in bar 44 I need to go with timpani, and this is A flat minor. Okay, so let's go. Okay, I forgot about the chords because, okay, this is not a big deal, you know. I'm going to quantize most of things here because there are many things going on at the same time, and if I don't quantize, it's going to be completely a chaos. So let's go. Okay, so let's quantize this. This is E flat major chord. So let's correct the note. Okay, so this is the timpani. Okay. We have a problem here. This is what I mean when I say this is a style that is super time consuming. Like, you need to do everything quite carefully, because if not, you are losing all the... Okay, let's go. It's like everything becomes chaos. So I don't have... Okay, I need to also record timpani here for this previous part. You know, I recorded here in this area here. I having the strings as reference to see where I am. So this is like, oh my god, sorry. This is like F minor. This is the F minor chord, so I'm going to go with the timpani there. Okay, there. So let me, these are the strings. I'm going to record timpani. Okay, so this is the area. These are my timpani here. Okay. Okay, there. Okay, and I'm thinking also to maybe record a roll, just timpani roll in the transition there, because I just have some cymbal crash. I mean, here in the area where I changed the measure, I'm going to add timpani. Yeah. So, okay, let's listen to it. Okay, let's copy the telly and the basses and bring it to the woodwinds, because it was using the bassoons, doubling the celli, doing the same, while the clarinets were doubling the violas, I think. So I'm just copying, pasting. Okay, and I'm going to copy to double the trumpets. Okay, I'm going to double the trumpets with oboes, sorry, flutes, I think. So I'm just copying exactly the same, and now I'm going to tweak it, because for example we are composing with 2 oboes and 2 flutes, and we have 3 trumpets. So if we go to the piano roll, this is the flutes. I'm going just to use 2 voices, so I'm going to remove the lower one, and I'm going to leave this to, yeah, in this register I'm going to just leave the higher one for the first oboe, and I'm going to leave the lowest one to the second oboe. So we have the 3 voices of the trumpets. The flutes are playing the higher ones, first oboe are playing also the higher one, and the second oboe is playing the lowest one. So why the highest one is the most predominant? Because we have 1 flute and also the first oboe, because it's like the one with the melody here in this little detail. So let's see how it works with the trumpets with the Woodwind. Hey Roberto, it's nice to see you here. How are you doing? I guess you are driving. Okay, I feel I need here an ARP glissandi. So, and this is, it's E major, so I'm going to activate the glissandi major, and let's just record one just before this note. Okay, I want an ARP doing a glissandi here, so let's go. Yeah, a bit earlier maybe, because the tempo is okay, and maybe, just maybe, pa-pa-pa-pam, I want maybe a piatti crash here. You know, this style is all about details, about orchestration, I would say, because the harmonies are not that complex, I would say. Yeah, we have dissonances, we have, but it's like, it admits lots of things, you know. It's not like something you need to be super careful about. It's about modulating a lot. Of course, if you are synchronizing this with a picture, I would recommend just to use the different synchronization points to change, to modulate, to change the rhythmic pattern. Just, it helps a lot with the film. And also just but we are not just we are just not synchronizing this with any image. This is just like for practice. So I think most difficult thing of this kind of pieces are or cues are just the orchestration, maybe. So it's all about details, about listening to other kind of other pieces in the same style. Just bring ideas from these other pieces by other composers to yours, etc. So, for example, to me, I think I need to try. I'm not sure about it completely, but I think we should try to add here where the let me. Here, when we finish this detail, I need a piano crash. So let's try. Okay, I'm going to record a piano crash. Actually, maybe not that. Maybe it's better just to go with tam tam maybe, or something like. Yeah, I think this is going to be better probably. So let me. Okay, let me just see how it works. Okay, it's hard to listen. In the mix, anyway, I can also always just tweak these things, so everything is easier to listen to. Let's listen to the full piece again. Okay, this is quite typical, and John Williams does this constantly, but you know, as a response of the main melody there, like tan ta ta tan 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 ta 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 in the trumpets, something like that. I just feel we need that. So let's see the melody. Okay, let me show you the melody the horns are doing here. Pam pa pa pam 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 ta 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 ta. We need to do that in the trumpets. Okay, so or something like that. I mean, just like kind of a response to the main melody. So let's go. Da, 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 da. So this is like yeah, something like that. But I'm going to do it actually. Dun, da, 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 da. I think it's there where we should start, and I'm going to do this in the way I usually do all the runs and all the super fast details here, which is just, I don't know how it looks in English, honestly, how to say this, like step by step introduction keyboard, something like that could be. And I'm going to select the measures I want. Okay, this is already selected because I used it before. And I'm going just to play the notes without any kind of, you know, I have a la William Ross action music because yeah, that's the style, I guess. So let's go with the trumpets. Let's create a MIDI passage, okay? And here, okay, here. I'm not sure if it's going to be too fast. Let's see. Yeah, that's wrong. that's not the... Okay, no. But we at least have... It's this figure, I think, instead. So let's go. Okay, I'm going to quantize anyway, because it looks like... Da, 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 da. What's happening here? Da, da, da. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, it's... You know, I'm tired, you know, today. Okay, let's deactivate this. And da, 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 da. I'm not sure if it's going to work this way. No. Okay, I'm going just to reduce the tempo and try to do it manually, let's say that way, because I don't like it how it's working. Da, 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 da. Okay, I just slowed down the tempo for recording this. Okay, this is another trick you can use. Da, 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 da. Okay, we could maybe do something different there, but I think the first idea is there. Here, let's ta 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 ta. I think it's quite good. Let's see how this works in the original tempo, 160. So, for example, okay, it's much better. Dun, da, 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 dun, dun, dun. But I think I'm going to make this a bit more complex. Dun, da, 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 dun, dun, da, da, da. So I would be copying this again, and this should be okay. Dun. Okay, let me just do it. Da. Okay. Okay, and this, I think it's correct. Yeah, you know, this is super subtle, but it definitely changes the feeling. It makes this much more complex, just because we added one note, one chord, okay? But it's just details. Okay, let's go, and I'm going to copy these trumpets in the, let me show you here, in the xylophone, I think. Sus for, yeah, of course, Roberto. This is funny because Roberto and I, we know each other personally. We meet quite often because he has some clients here close to place I live. We know from a composition course we both were studying together there. We, you know, I just told him the other day that I really like how, wait, is this? How the suspended chords work, and since then he is like teasing me with that. So okay, let's okay, but the xylophone probably wouldn't play this. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, this is better, maybe. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm going just to leave these notes, and I'm going just to make them louder, increasing the MIDI velocity. So okay, so I was thinking maybe of doubling also some of these trumpets before, you know, here. maybe el ta 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 tan, maybe that. So let's copy 2 in the xylophones, I think. Okay, and here we have the xylophones. Okay, so the xylophones are going just to play, in any case, the highest trumpet, the first trumpet. So ta-da, not this. I was saying this, maybe. Let's see how it works. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So maybe even we can just do the same in the glockenspiel, but reducing the amount of notes. So probably just the last. Yeah, look, I'm going just to, this is the xylophone, and I'm going to, this is copied in the glockenspiel. So glockenspiel is going to do pam 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 pam, and then this last note out there, I think. Okay, I'm going also to maybe record something in the snares. I think maybe we can go with the last notes here in the glockenspiel. So ta 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 ta, just to accentuate this, and maybe this too with the glockenspiel and the xylophone. Let's go. Okay, let's, this is the snares. Okay, I'm going to quantize this and this. Pa, 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 pam. Okay, I think it's just the wrong, it's here. Okay. And maybe, you know, I'm sorry, it's like all the time. Maybe, I want to do just a snares roll in the long chord from the trumpets here, you know. Da 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 da. There is where I mean. So I'm going to record the snare roll. Okay, need to do it again because I couldn't hear it. Okay, this is because it starts, the dynamic layers probably are not the best here, and it only starts the roll to be loud so late. Hello, Ripantier, nice to see you here. Anime review. Okay, this is the piano sketch where I was going to go on. Okay. Can you hear well, or is the fan there a bit annoying? Hello, Synthworks. Can't stay being up all night. No worries, it's just fine. You know, I just try to come back here after a few months of completely not being able to do this, and I had a more relaxed evening today, I think. So just wanted to go back and say hi to everyone again, and just letting you all know that I plan to continue with this as time permits. So this is the track again. Let's listen to get the idea. Oh, sure. Let me see. Okay, can you hear me better now? I had maybe the gain in the microphone, in the interface, too low. I don't know if the fan is annoying also. And also, okay, the orchestration is pretty loud, you mean? Wait, sorry. Okay, perfect. Yeah. I think it was something in the OBE software, because I just didn't use it in a while, and wait, yeah. And I think now it should be better. I just load down the volume of the orchestra, I think. Let me know, because this is a bit confusing sometimes. Okay, maybe no. Okay, I'm just trying here to do some test. I don't know also if the fan is annoying. Anyway, let me know in case. Let's listen to the orchestra now. Hello, Nacho. Honest, I'm not just mixing here. You know, this is just a template, and also Piccolo is always super loud because of the register. You know, but it's not clipping actually. Piccolo, I think. So the limiter wouldn't really affect it. I would just need to load down the volume maybe, or just add some EQ. But that's something I always do. I mean, in the mix. You know, when I finish this, I just bring all these instruments to audio files. I open a new project and I mix it there. And yeah, there of course now the Piccolo is too loud. I agree, but you know, I'm focusing here in composing music more than actually just making it sound like the final result, because I need to mix later, and then it's when I will worry about Piccolo being too loud maybe, or some other parts maybe that are not being able to, we are not able to listen now, that are more important, but just in the mix project, so far lower, well, it's normal. Okay, I can bring the orchestra louder, I think. Let me check. But this is in the OBEs. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is the piano sketch there. So yeah, the Piccolo is something I will fix definitely, but in the mix stage, you know, not right now, because if I start with that, I just never finish. Okay, so I was thinking maybe this detail the trumpets do here after the, like a response to the main melody in the horns. These are the horns. Maybe doubling that with woodwinds, high woodwinds. Maybe. Let's see how it works. So yeah, I copied this in the flutes. So I am removing that. I have two flutes, so two voices. I'm going to do this. No, okay, the Piccolo, I think the Piccolo are going to do a runs, so we come here. This, okay, this is, okay, E flat. And, okay, so I'm going to record here. Let's create a MIDI passage for the Piccolo. Yeah, I'm showing you here. I just created MIDI passage for the Piccolo, and in the piano roll I know I have to end the run here, so it's just like one part of the bar. And this is something I'm going to do with this as before, but now I think it's going to be this measure. So I'm going to do, I need to go from A flat to a E flat, and it's just one bar. So okay, let me select here. Something like that. You know, when all of these things are going to be super fast, so when something is really fast, it's something that we don't really appreciate in detail, and it works many times even when it's probably not perfect. So I think this should work. Let me see. No. Okay, it's not that, Da, 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 da. Maybe more like here. Wait. I'm going to try, but no. Da, 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 da. Yeah. I'm going to try this. That's what I meant before when I say this is so time consuming, this kind of pieces. So let's see. Okay. Okay. Maybe we can copy this piccolo in the first and second oboes. Okay, I just copied here. But of course I need to make this 1 octave lower and the other one 2 octaves lower, maybe. I don't know. I just wouldn't like to repeat the same figure here as a response to the second phrase of the horns. So I don't know if you have any idea. I'm going also, also the piccolo, usually I just use them in the runs, but in the latest parts of the runs, like in the last part. So for example here, even if the run is short like here, of course if it's just 3 notes or 4 notes I leave it, but here I would probably just use the last 3 notes or something like that. So I don't know. Anyway. Maybe we can. Let's repeat it. So okay, it's okay. No, not a big deal. Okay, so for example here we had it there, right? So here we should do it here, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to do the same as before, just reduce the tempo. Something like that. Sorry, it's not that. Okay. I'm going to do the same, I think. So I'm just copying this to make this a bit more complex. Yeah, I like that. Let's see in the real tempo in 160. And now it would be nice to have something like like kind of questions answers between different parts of the orchestra, so super fast everything. So something like that, but different parts of the orchestra. So I'm going to remove the piano sketch, and I'm going to try to do something. Let's reduce the tempo again, and let's try to do something like this. Okay, so yeah, I like that. Something like that. Let's record the piano sketch. Okay. Let me. Dum 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 dum. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to record again. Let's try. Something like that. Okay, so let's quantize this. I think it's this measure. Okay, so yeah, we come from this. Let me. I think we can go with the first violins, maybe. Something like that. Let's try to record them first violins, and I'm going to reduce the tempo again so I can do it. Just the first bar. Okay, it's a bit annoying the microphone here because I can't really play well. I'm going to copy this also in the no worries, you can ask whatever you want anytime you want, and of course if I can help you I'll be happy to do so. So just feel free to ask whatever you want, and of course if you want to chat any other time or whatever, just I don't know if you know what's my Instagram, but I can tell you in the chat. This is my Instagram, and you can find me there, and just open a chat and we can talk there as much as you want. So, and this applies to anyone here, it's not. So just feel free to add me there if you want, and we can chat. Okay, so I just copied pasted them, but this is weird. Okay, okay, yeah, this is correct. The violas, second violins, and the first violins, just playing them. The ostinato I was creating there for the first part, like the question. This would be like the question. Then I think we can go, probably let's try Telly. For the second part, so dun 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 dun. Yeah. So let's dun. Okay. And maybe we can copy this in the basis. Let's try. So we have this. Yeah, man, no problem. Just whenever it's good for you, just hit me up there and we can talk there. Okay. Yeah, I think it might work. Let's see later. Yeah, trumpets, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to be that. Yeah. Of course, I'm not going just to leave this like this, you know. I'm going to add now much more instrumentation, but this is just like the first scheme of this passage. So then I will see what I double with what, and just trying to get that feeling of question answers. So let's go now with the horns. Yeah. Da-da-da-dun. Da-da-da-dun. Okay, these are the horns. I'm going to record also the second and fourth horn here, and just trying to respect the same chord, so something like that I can do. Let's record second and fourth horn. Da 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 dum. Okay, you know, it's super time consuming, as I said before many times. It's all about details and taking care of programming the MIDI and the expression and all this. We will see. Okay, so now let's go with the woodwinds. Let's see. I think the first violin should be doubled by the flutes here. Or I'm thinking maybe I'm just trying to imagine in my mind how it would work if the woodwinds were doing constant runs, like run, 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 run. And I think it can be interesting. So what I'm going to do is trying that idea best, instead of just copy pasting what the first violins are doing. I'm going to try something that I think is going to be a bit more interesting. And okay, let's try as always this way. So yeah, okay. So the first chord here was B flat major, minor, sorry, and it went to F minor. So okay. Okay. Just trying to do something interesting. Okay, this is, and I'm going just to make this work faster, you know. I'm just using this for writing the right notes, but then I can adapt the measure here. So it's more interesting because you won't really find many runs in orchestra, this kind of runs, I mean, with regular measures, or no, you usually will find 5, 7, 9 notes all together as one run, so this is something similar. Okay, let's see how okay. Okay, so now let's go and try something similar here. Okay, so let's go and record, and we are going from F minor to C minor, I think. So, okay. For example, you know. And of course, I don't try to use all the runs starting and finishing. Finishing, yes, but not starting in the same point. It's not really necessary. Okay. Okay, so now this is from C minor to G minor. So let's try to record that. The microphone is so annoying there. Okay, let's see here. We need to, you know, the G minor chord here happens here. So I want a run that lasts just for one bar and goes from C minor to G minor. So, okay, now let's adapt the duration of the run there. And here we go from G minor to D flat major. So let's see. Basically, I'm just playing notes that are in the run and that ends in the right note, in a note from the chord or the key we are going to. So for example, the F is a note that is in the D flat major chord, so I play like G, A, B flat because it's in G minor, and this is like the okay, just try to finish in F, which is a note of D flat major. You know, I always confuse the names in English of the different chords, but I hope you get the idea. You get the idea of the runs here. I hate that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's the idea. So I don't think it's bad. Probably more interesting than just doubling the different notes one octave lower, the second oboe, than doubling the notes from the strings. So Piccolo 1 octave higher. Look, this is what I was saying before about Piccolo, that I usually just get the last notes of each run in the Piccolo because it's too annoying if not. So this is how it okay. So of course this is something that I need to spend lots of time on it out of the live video, because if not, it's not going to be interesting at all for most of people. It's quite boring actually. Let's double the telly I'm going to double the cello with the clarinets. Just play the same exactly. And also in the bassoons. But here the clarinets are going to be 1 octave higher. You know, here I just try to make everything play in the best register of each instrument. So, for example, if clarinets were playing what the cello are playing here in the same octave, it would be probably too low for them. And I think the clarinets sound much better, and it's easier also to play for the real musician in the right register. So that's what I'm trying to do. You can play the same exactly, but in different octaves, and it will sound better actually. Okay, I need some kind of hello, Rodrigo Zimmer. Shorten the MIDI, yeah. I think you mean this. Wait, you mean this? Then okay, this is like selecting normally, right? And you mean this? Okay, this I have it programmed as F6 as a shortcut, but I'm not sure how it was called. Let me. Where was this? Oh, here, I think. Let's see. F6. Because I just don't remember the exact name it has. But hopefully we can find it here. Okay. So you know what it's called, and okay, where it should be here, right? But it's like in Spanish I think it was called like tiradores de tempo or de tiempo. F6, F6. F6. You know, that's super long. I don't use all of this, of course. F6. But yeah, this is super useful for runs. Yeah, of course. Just trying to find it, you know. Because I know the key I'm using, but I don't remember the name of the command exactly. So you can find it in Logic, and because I know Cubase does this too in probably different way, but okay, I don't find it. F6. Okay. F6. Tiradores de tiempo. Yeah, this one. So I don't know if you see it, but it's this one. I just configure it to be in F6. I don't know if it was a different key for it originally, but I definitely did it this way. I don't know why, but it was quite useful for me. So, but this is the no, quantizing is different thing. It's like making everything in the right place. If you were playing exactly to the tempo, like I don't know, if you're playing 16th notes, for example, and you want them all to be in the right exact tempo, you can quantize it. For example, look, imagine I'm going to play here. For example, I want this to be triplets, right? right now they are not in the right place exactly. So if I select them all, this is quantizing. I select which is the figures I need to, of course I have this in Spanish, but these are like triplets, like 8th triplets. And you select it and it moves the things to the right place. Of course, if you have big mistakes in your performance like it happens here, it won't do it correctly. And also you don't need to make this exactly. You can change the exactitude of how it quantizes here. But that's quantizing, and what he means, what Rodrigo means, is this command that allows me just to adapt this. For example, if I want this to be shorter, I select here how shorter I want it to be, and it will change it, but maintaining the relative tempo between the notes. I would say that way. So this is really useful for runs, because you just need to play the right notes, and then with this tool you just make them last how much you want them to last. I just never used 3D loops, you know. Just when I was in a band, and when we were programming at first the drum kits, we were using the 3D loops for that because of the patterns and things. But it's not a digital audio workstation I've used, to be honest, and I don't really know how it works. But I'm sure it will have similar tools, if not the same, pretty similar ones, almost for sure. Yeah, tiradores de tempo. I think I wait. I have here. Yeah, tiradores de tempo, de tiempo, and it's activate or deactivate with the same key. So if you activate, you press the same key and it deactivates, so you can select the MIDI. So that's it. Yeah, I don't know if you see it there. Hope that's useful. At least to me it is. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, Contact is working pretty nice here in Logic, and I would say in most of the DAW software. Like if you use Cubase or you use, I don't know, Studio One, Digital Performer, most of them work pretty well. No problem, Rodrigo. Happy to see it was useful. Okay, so okay, I was trying something in the Timpani because, of course, I want the question answer game here, but I need something to blend everything together, and I think, hey, yes, this is an action cue we are working on, Jason, so I hope you like it, man. This is just, we are just going to compose this area. I have here a piano showing the idea. But this will be removed later. Yeah, of course I can play the whole piece so far. This is where we are. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of Star Wars and Danny Elfman Batman, I would say. Yeah, that style definitely a fusion between them. I agree. But you know, I love this kind of music, and at the same time, it's hard to do. So I just was practicing this today, and I just thought I could maybe share a part of it in a live video. So here we are. I have to go soon though, because I have a meeting at 8 p.m. and it's like only 40 minutes more, but hopefully we can make at least this last passage work, and I don't know, maybe I can do another video with the mix of this tomorrow. The soundtrack to Doomsday, the Bentley Escape track, is awesome. I will check it out. I didn't do that. Doomsday. Okay. Yeah, you know, this chat, I think it keeps saved here, so I can check all the things you say later, and if someone recommends any soundtrack or piece or something. Doc Bosk. Okay, sure, man. Just whenever you want. You know, I won't remove any of these videos here, so they will be available for anyone whenever you want to check it out. So feel free to come back whenever you want. Okay, I'm going to. I just got a bit. Okay, the timpani. I was going to record something in the timpani to blend all the questions, answers here. So. Okay, yeah, I need to figure out how to do it, but I think it's going to be this way. Pum, 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 pum. It's too fast, you know. I'm going to reduce the tempo again, as always. Okay, more or less. Let me select the timpani. Let's quantize. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, I don't know why it didn't quantize it. Okay. I don't know if maybe there. We will see. So. So. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to use not this, where I'm just recording the this is Berlin percussion. And this instrument, and I have here the dynamics, I think. Yeah, so I'm playing this note. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this for starting the Okay, but I need to make this much longer, I think. What I'm going to do actually is another thing that usually works quite well, which is with this kind of instruments, I tend to bounce to audio in situ. So I get here the audio file that I can see the transient, so I can locate it much better. So for example, here, yeah, that one is mythical, you know, the Conan soundtrack. Actually, I had that as a reference in one video game not long ago. Okay, the transient is here, and I'm going just to smooth it a bit with fade in and fade outs, maybe something like that, I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's see. Okay, I want to. Okay, just level down the volume of that. Okay, let's mute the piano to see where we are here. Okay, I need to double this. Let's do layering with the Pacific strings of the short notes, short strings here. So let's copy so they sound much. Okay, here and this one. Okay. Let's try with the trombones. Do something like something like that. I don't know how it will work, okay, but let's try. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I forgot that the last two chords are different, but I think this can maybe. Okay, not bad, not bad. Dun, 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 dun. Let's quantize this. Yeah. And I'm going to double this with the bass trombones too. So where we have it, marcato here. 1 octave lower. Let's see. Okay, and yeah, that one. Let's go. Okay. Let's see one octave higher. Because of the amount of times we repeat everything. Yeah, that's normal when composing. You don't stop repeating things to see how they work. Okay, this. Okay, I'm going to save this because usually, not usually, but often when I activate the tuba from the Vienna Symphonic Library Synchron Brass, the logic crashes. I don't know why. Let's cross fingers. We were lucky today. Okay, so I'm going to copy this here. I don't know. Okay. So when I search how to make orchestral music on YouTube, most of the answers are annoying and useless corporate type. Yeah, but you know, this is because I think that's was what I don't know. Most of people who search on internet how to make orchestral music, I think most of them want to know how to do that because that's the most commercial things. Like, I think I know what you mean. Like typical chords, like, or okay, let's actually load one ensemble and just the same chords always with the same ostinatos and. That's super boring. I understand that you are annoyed about that, but most of people, I think. Okay, let me load, for example, I was working on Trider music, the Pacific strings. I think most of people that search on the internet how to do orchestral music and just try to watch a video or two and expect to know how to do orchestral music after that, yeah, they are probably searching for that kind of material, so that kind of content. So I guess that's, you mean this kind of chords. And that's maybe too elaborate already. And that's forever until the end of the piece. Of course, they can change the key. Yeah, that's pretty common to find. Yeah, exactly. Now I'm glad that you find this other content useful. This is probably much more boring to watch because it's much more time needed, but hopefully, I don't know, it's more useful for some people. Okay, I was thinking that here maybe run. Okay, I think I saved, but let's save again. Just in case, because there are some instruments here in my template that crash logic often. So one of them is the piatti crash. We were lucky today too again here. I'm going just to record some kind of super short hits with these effects in the here, you know, when I have some rips in the horns and trumpets, and I want to, I don't know, support that with some short piatti crash. That's what I meant. So, okay, I have it here. These are the piatti. Okay. I'm going to need to tweak this, I think. Let me quantize. I'm just thinking. Yeah, and this I don't like that last part, like it's sounding too MIDI, too weird. So I need to see how we can fix it. Maybe okay, we don't have still the strings here. Yeah. So let's record the strings doing this same thing as the low brass. So for example, the marcato in the Pacific strings is quite nice. Yeah, man. Toggle time handles. That's the way they call the tiradores de tiempo. Okay. Toggle time handles. So glad to know you found it and hope it's useful for you, Rodrigo. Okay, I'm activating the marcato in the Pacific strings, and what I'm going to do is record the same thing the trombones are playing, which is something like this. Let me see much better. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm going to record this in the strings. So something like that, right? I can tweak the notes later. So let's go. Okay, these are the second violins, marcato second violins. So I'm going to copy this in the first ones and just double them, but 1 octave higher. And I'm going to do the same with the violas, but 1 octave lower. And I'm going to okay. So what's happening here? Let me see what's here. Okay. We can't do this all the time, but because we were already using them, the violins here, you know, they were playing the first part of the first question of this area, so we can't use them twice. That would be not nice, and we are trying to avoid that kind of things. So what I'm going to do now, it's just copy the marcato here. For example, the celli are playing until this point, the answer to the previous question, so we can use the celli from this point, you know. So if we were using this, we would need to just remove this and only make the celli play from this point, 1 octave lower, and the same with the basses. So let me select this. Hopefully it works now. Let's see. Okay, and the basses. I just tweaked it a bit, and I think these last 2 chords we can actually play the chords instead of all the same things. So these are the celli. So D flat major, this could be, and C major. Okay. Let's just make it longer, that's all. Okay, let me also include here the basses. Okay, here we can program actually the expression and modulation. Let me actually do it so we get it well done. So let's go marcato first violins. I'm going to record the modulation and the expression, the CC1 and CC11. I want to do kind of a crescendo. Let's go with the second violins. Let's go with the violas. Same thing. And we will need to do the same in the brass. You know, this is quite time consuming. Now let's do the same in the low brass, so trombones. Let's go here. And these last two chords we need to support them with more things. But that's not a big problem so far right now. Okay, more or less, you know. So let's listen again so we can get a better perspective. Okay, so I will probably just work on orchestrate this much more. Sorry, someone is calling me in the phone, so I need to check it out. But I will probably just work on making this more complex and valleys, the orchestration here. But I would say most of it is done, and unless in this video, of course, I didn't show how I did all the other things, because usually when I work alone, not in live video, I work much faster. Also, I guess because I don't tend to explain anything. I am alone working, so I don't try to say how I do some things or why I do them, but I just try to do them, and that's all. And also I don't know, sometimes I just focus much better, you know. But I also like doing live videos, talking to you all, just and sharing all of these things with people, because this is kind of lonely job. Sometimes we really need someone else. Hello, Joris. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's kind of action, but I hope that what we did here in the last part of the track is useful for someone, because the rest is the same. It's the same in all the piece, you know. It's taking care of same things. The harmonies here are kind of, if I go to the piano sketch, and you can maybe watch here the piano. I don't know. I can do it. It's kind of easy. It's all the time like changing. Like, for example, in the beginning, if I don't remember wrong, I started in B flat minor, and then I searched for the tritone. I don't know in English, like 3 tones distance from this. So from B flat is E. So 1, 2, 3, and I made that chord in minor too. So same thing from here. So it's A flat, and I don't remember what was the next one. Maybe F minor. I changed the pattern there. But it's more like it doesn't sound beautiful if you play this. It's kind of super big contrast and not really beautiful in another kind of pieces, but here it works pretty well because of the surprise factor that you are searching constantly when you do this kind of music. So that's why I use that kind of harmonies here, but it's not complex. Of course, you can use dissonances, add more notes. I was working on some parts with chords with the augmented fifth. These kind of things that also add a lot of value, but the harmony in this piece is not actually complex, I would say. This is B flat minor. E minor, A flat minor, and you know, it's all the time that kind of changes, all these modulations, drastical. At least that's this piece is about, all of that all the time. So we just focused on orchestration. So I'm going to leave it here because I have that meeting, and hopefully I can finish this piece soon, and I will try to bring the mixing and mastering video to the channel, to a live video, so we can mix it in a live video. Okay, so it was really nice to come back after some time, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Okay, have a good Thursday and see you guys. Bye.